Hello, gorgeous souls. After the last channel, I just had this feeling like we needed to check December energies, the month of December, and what it's going to bring collectively, with them giving that like preemptive psychic view into this month, just briefly as they were describing the present moment and those things. I just felt really called to, I want to know what that means. I want to dive a little deeper into the December collective energies. Opening to discovery. Hopefully you can see this card there. Notice the key and the keyhole and the stars and the forest. Notice the night sky. I'm hearing the womb of the stars in movement in the deep of the winter's night. I'm getting solstice. Ooh, solstice rituals. Brings the stars a light and the growth of the star from within. That's opening to the discovery of you. The winter, you guys, is such a sacred time. And I know technically winter solstice isn't until December the 21st, but there's something so... there's something that feels so warm about a fire, the snow, the twinkling stars, the deep night, the cold. Just something about it. Maybe that's because I live in Canada and I'm used to snowy, cold winters and I love them. Oh my gosh, you cannot make this up. Roots of abundance. December energy as we're opening to discovery. Now look at these two cards, friends. I want you to notice that inside that discovery is a forest, the stars, and you're discovering your roots of abundance. See, and they're talking about the trees going down into the roots of the earth and the mycelium, the stardust. I'm seeing earth star chakra. I'm hearing the roots of abundance, opening to discovery of the abundance of the roots of you in all facets and in all favor. Oh, that's interesting. So take a deep breath this month. I'm hearing every moment you get a chance to take a deep breath. Ooh, and drink in the divine, the synchronicities. And when everything is in momentum, don't forget part of that momentum, we can incorporate this deep breath. And oh my gosh. So yes, there's lotuses on it, the deep breath, but look at the top of the crown. It is literally waterfalls and greenery and stars. Let me get a closer look at that. Yeah, it's actually a garden of flowers, white flowers with green leaves. But notice it's a deep breath, the meditative state in the unseen, in the ethers. You are taking a deep breath. So take time to do that because that will actually bring more awareness of the roots of abundance and more embodiment. Breath allows you to embody the energy of those roots of the abundance. So this is the general collective energy for this particular collective on YouTube. This is the energy for December. It's discovering the roots of you, which is abundant, and the breath of you, which is deep in the stillness. Then we're going to go beyond the ordinary this month. It's because of this, they're saying, that you go beyond the ordinary. It's because you've opened to discover beyond the ordinary. You know what else is interesting about this? I'm just noticing in the Roots of Abundance card in the tree there's these like spiral or fractal spiral images. And that's actually in this card here as well. If you can see that, I'm trying to make it clear, but it's coming in and out. See them at the top of the tree? I don't know if you can see it, but that's also in this card embedded. Notice that this star in the center, yellow is significant for somebody on here. I feel like it's your, I'm getting a rainbow warrior, the self-empowerment of the rainbow warrior, the solar plexus chakra, the complete alignment of your power allows you to have confidence in going beyond the ordinary, because whoever this message is for, baby, you the star. All of these have stars in them. You were always beyond ordinary. It was just your willingness to allow yourself to be beyond the ordinary into the unknown. And then comes a merry motive. Oh, how potent for December. Whether you celebrate Christmas, summer solstice, Hanukkah, whatever your belief system is, it's a holiday month that has the energy of holidays. And what a merry motive. Look at the stars dangling there above the fire. I was just talking about that. There's something about December and merry. Often people will say Merry Christmas or merry meet, or, you know, merry is in goodness, happy, joy, jovial. You're beginning, you have a merry motive because you see all the stars that you have been culminating, the star within, the star around, the stars you are connected to. This is beautiful energy, friends. And it's just, they're saying it's an unfoldment of delight, a display. There's a display of some sort. So maybe you're creating a display. Maybe you're creating a new business where your motive is a display. There's just something really strong about that. Spirit, why is that coming in? A display of the merry motive will be apparent in all. The heart will alight with kindness and compassion as the time of giving alights the stars. Interesting. Oh, we have a tall tale here. Now, normally this card, I'm supposed to illuminate 35 as a number for somebody on here. So maybe you're 35. Notice he's sitting on top of the top hat, the divine orchestrator, the tall tales that we have told ourselves that we are not beyond ordinary. You may face, oh, got it, Spirit. You may face somebody who tells a tall tale about your merry motive, but the tall tale that they tell is simply that, an illusion, an attempt to cling to the old. It does not change the trueness and the rightness and the integrity of your merry motive. So now, notice we went to the collective energy. Somebody's going to be utilizing a tall tale to either stamp down on this, but they won't be able to. It's unstoppable. The motive is pure and clear, grounded and rooted in the roots of the abundance, have earth plane, and the breath of the divine, the heavens. It becomes unshakable. So all tall tales you may encounter through your own consciousness, like, oh, maybe I can't do this, or maybe it's too good to be true, or, oh, maybe I shouldn't have made that decision and I don't know if this is going to work out. Recognize it as the tall tale that it is. And in addition, if you come face to face with somebody during this month, collectively, I feel like we're seeing a lot of tall tales being illuminated. And that is the bullseye in the room I'm seeing right now. Tall tales being illuminated about what you can and cannot do, who you are and who you are not, what's allowable and what's not allowable, what's the truth and what's not the truth. Like, friends, the most dangerous thing is to mix the truth with illusion, because then people don't know how to decipher what is true for them. And think about our inner landscapes. Oh my gosh, Spirit. Oh, I'm seeing a huge star in the room. They're seeing this person's guides, this message. This might be for a very small collective. But isn't that the dilemma? That inside of you is the great truth, but it has been mixed with illusions and stories and identities and tall tales about who you are and who you are not, what you can do and what you cannot do. And isn't that the most dangerous truth within? The place we lie to ourselves is the most dangerous lie there is. The place within ourselves where we are mixed with illusion and our truth is very hard to decipher. We must begin to, I'm seeing like picking apart things. So somebody might be picking you apart, or you might discover that you've been picking you apart to bring you to this culmination state. It's so that you can see any tall tales that are not true about yourself. Okay, Spirit, in the month of December, what comes after the tall tale? If any of you guys are wondering, I'm using the Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette Baron Reid. We wake the lion. Roar. Maybe you're a Lyran, maybe you're a Leo, but notice that we wake the lion, the truth. When the tall tale is illuminated, the lion awakens and walks. And I'm hearing pride and ego. So, ooh, this is good. Collective energy, just a reminder. A tall tale is going to be illuminated, and it's going to awaken the lion energy within the collective. And it's going to be strong, and it's not going to be about pride and ego in the imbalanced way. It's actually the pride and ego of the tall tale that's dying, and the true lion awakes. Ooh, the power within awakes, going back to this and this. Spirit has a merry motive to bring you beyond the ordinary, illuminating the stars within and around you and that you are connected to, bringing confidence in the spiral life, the curve of your existence and your path and journey, which awakens the lion within, allowing that confidence to share wholeheartedly. This is the merry motive of the month of December. This is the roots of the abundance, because your abundance comes from the self within. We wake the lion of abundance, the roots of truth. This is where we begin the opening to discovery, and this is where we end the month, opening to discovery of waking the lion. I want one last card as a full complementary or full circle for this, friends. Oh, I like this kind of energy for the month of December. Big changes are up ahead. I'm seeing like pylons. You know how they would use pylons for construction work, and it's inner work, inner construction. And you'll also see this on the outer world. I went past the card I was supposed to choose. Final wrap up. Birds of a feather flock together. And it's card number 52 or 25. I'm reading it backwards. That's so weird. Oh, 52 and 25. I'm reading it backwards, and this is forward. So that makes me feel like two peas in a pod. The doubles. I am recording this a couple of days before the Gemini full moon. So you may find that birds of a feather flock together. You find your people. You come together with those who are aligned with you. A similar frequency, a similar motive, a similar path, a similar future. There's just something very strong about the similarities, the twins. So maybe you're finding your people, your tribe. Maybe you're finding the love of your life or a partner for life. Maybe you're discovering a greater, I'm hearing a greater peace will fall. A greater peace will descend within the family units. Oh, that is an interesting, and that's very specific for somebody on here. Interesting, friends. This is the December, one more I'm hearing. One more, okay. This is the December energy for the collective for the month of December 2025. You are not going to believe this. That's why we said once more, not to pull another card, but once more to look at this card. So you know how the first card, beginning of this month, is opening to discovery, and there's a keyhole, and there's like trees and growth in there, the earth material realms. And then next we discover the roots of abundance. We begin to grow those. You see that keyhole there? Look really close at the keyhole in this tree, and it's card number 2. Lots of 2s here. I don't know if you can see that, friends. I hope you can. But in that card, there's a keyhole that leads to the roots of abundance. And that was the opening to discovery. This is where you find your 2, your people, your alignments, your synchronicities. Beyond the ordinary is where you will find the birds of a feather who flock together with you, who just feel at peace with you, who just feel like home, who lift you up. And I'm hearing people that don't drain your energy, but rather energize you. It's no longer people who step on you, but rather people who support you. It's no longer people who dismiss your visions. It's now going to be people who are just like so excited like they want your visions. So for somebody on here, this is going to be so different. So in the card numbers, I've got 1, 2, 3 5s. 1, 2, 3, 3 2s. 3 5s and 3 2s. Interesting. Spirit, thank you for that. What an interesting thing. They're saying we had to go back to these to illuminate that through the opening to discover the keyhole of the self within. We discover that's where we come out the other side and discover all these roots of abundance. Every card has a star because that represents the power within. It is time to wake the lion, for this is the merry motive of the divine. We must open to discover, to begin the journey of alignment. Ooh, this is exciting, friends. New cycle, new journey. I'm going to leave it there. I just felt really called to dive into that, what the December energies is going to be like. And clearly we got a really beautiful unfoldment of how it's going to progress. So take a deep breath in the middle of it. Enjoy the ride, balance and ground yourself, create, open to the discovery of you, to new pathways, new ideas, new inspirations, and new aspects of you that maybe you'd forgotten about or shoved into a closet because somebody else didn't like it. Well, it's all about you this month. And this is really exciting, friends. I'm really excited for all of us, for what is to come. And of course, I'm excited for this given moment right here and right now, which allowed us to bring through these beautiful energies. So happy December, and let's lean into that. And if you wish to connect with me for a session, please feel free to check my website out, erinchandler.com. And of course, you're welcome to check out any of our courses to support you, elevate you, and open you up to higher dimensional perspectives and understandings to help you reclaim your power, your peace, your pleasure, your presence, and your life. I'll see you in the next video.